Beloved child, pause for a moment and breathe in the stillness of this very day. Heaven watches, the earth turns, and your spirit rises with a quiet yet powerful declaration. Day 5 of 366, this time no distractions, only me, God, and my goals. At first glance it may seem like nothing more than a sentence whispered into the air. A private promise between you and your Creator. But in truth, this statement is not quiet at all. It is thunder in the spirit realm. A trumpet blast that shakes unseen powers and signals to heaven that you have chosen alignment. Your words have weight, your intention has power, your declaration has released a sound that cannot be unheard. Do you know why? Because heaven responds to faith. Heaven responds to focus. Heaven responds to focus. Heaven responds to a soul that says, "Enough of the noise, I am choosing only God and my purpose." When you speak such truth, angels take their place beside you, surrounding you with strength, guarding you from unseen pitfalls and guiding you along the path carved out for you from the beginning of time. If you believe this declaration is yours, type 1111 in the comments to claim that heaven has heard your promise. The power of focused intention, child. Look around your world. It is overflowing with distractions. Screens, voices, opinions, temptations, all clamoring for your attention, all competing for your heart, yet, in the middle of this storm you have chosen to silence the noise. Do not underestimate how rare and how holy that choice is. So many begin with enthusiasm, they dream big, they start strong, but when the distractions come, they are swept away. So many speak of change, but few remain consistent. But you have declared that this time will be different. You have said, no distractions, and those two words, so simple in form, carry a depth of authority that angels honor and demons fear. Every distraction you resist strengthens your spirit. Every temptation you deny becomes a stepping stone. Every time you fix your eyes on God rather than on the noise, you move higher, you move closer, you move stronger. If you are determined to rise above distractions, type Amen. Below is your agreement. The refining of delay and disappointment, beloved. Do not think it was random that you reached this clarity today. Heaven has been preparing you. Every delay you have faced was a pruning. Every disappointment was a stripping away of what no longer served your destiny. Every pain was a reminder that you are called to something higher than comfort. Do you see it now? The things that seemed to break you were actually removing weights you could not carry into this next season. The moments that felt like endings were actually beginnings in disguise. The tears you cried watered the soil of your purpose. The silence of unanswered prayers became the womb of deeper trust. Now, here on day 5 of 366, you stand clearer, sharper, and more focused than ever before. You have been refined by the fire, and the fire has not consumed you, it has prepared you. Comment 222, if you know that your delays and disappointments were shaping you, not destroying you. Distractions in disguise, child of light. Distractions are not always obvious. They do not always arrive in the form of temptation or loud interruptions. Sometimes they are disguised as good things, things that look helpful but secretly drain your energy. A conversation that feels harmless but leaves your spirit heavy. A habit that seems small but robs you of discipline. A fear that whispers so softly you mistake it for your own thought. That is why your declaration of no distractions is so powerful. You are choosing awareness. You are choosing to recognize that not everything deserves your time. Not everything deserves your energy, and not everything deserves your focus. Heaven celebrates this wisdom, because wisdom is the guardian of destiny. Type 777, if you are ready to break free from every hidden distraction in your life. God and your goals. Oh beloved, never forget this truth. Your goals are holy when they are aligned with God. They are not simply ambitions or random desires. They are assignments from heaven. Each dream, each longing for growth, each vision for success and peace and impact. These are not accidents. They are whispers from eternity placed inside of you before you were even born. When you declare, Only me, God, and my goals. You are aligning yourself with divine order. You are saying, God first, my destiny next. Everything else must wait. This combination cannot be defeated. Why? Because when you walk with God, your goals are carried by His strength, guided by His wisdom, and blessed by His favor. Do not think lightly of the desires in your heart. They are not distractions, they are directions. They are not selfish, they are sacred, and when God is placed at the center, they become unstoppable. If you believe your goals are divine assignments, type 999 in the comments right now. The grace of day 5. Do you notice, child, what day this is? The 5th day, and 5 is the number of grace. This is not an accident. Heaven is speaking to you even through numbers. Grace surrounds you right now. Grace to endure, grace to focus, grace to rise above distractions, grace to chase your destiny without fear. When you declared, "No distractions," heaven responded, "Then let grace abound." Grace will carry you where your strength cannot. Grace will lift you when you feel heavy. Grace will protect you when enemies plot against you. Grace will keep you steady when the ground beneath you feels unsteady. You are not walking into this year alone. Grace is your companion. Grace is your covering. Grace is your power. If you receive this abundant grace, type "grace" in the comments as your declaration. The fear of your consistency, child, the enemy of your soul, does not tremble when you start something. He trembles when you keep going. Starting is easy, continuing is holy. Starting is loud, consistency is unstoppable. Every day you rise and choose focus, you become more dangerous to the darkness. Every morning you declare, "God and my goals," you shine brighter. Every evening you close your eyes, having resisted distraction, you advance further than you realize. The enemy does not fear your first step. He fears your next step, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. He fears your prayers repeated daily. He fears your perseverance. He fears your perseverance. That is why distractions will come louder than ever, but that is also why you must stay anchored. If you choose consistency over quitting, type "I will not give up" in the comments. Your goals are not just for you. Hear me clearly. Your goals are not only about you. They are threads in the tapestry of God's greater plan. When you rise, others are lifted. When you succeed, others are inspired. When you shine, others find their way through the darkness. Your victories will not be yours alone. They will ripple outward, blessing many. Your discipline will not be in vain. It will become a light to those around you. Your growth will not be hidden. It will testify of God's goodness. Never underestimate the impact of a single life fully surrendered to God. You are that life. You are that vessel. You are that example. Heaven longs to shine through you, not for your glory but for the glory of the one who created you. Type light if you are ready to shine, not just for yourself but for others. The process and the promise, beloved. Do not fear discipline. Do not despise the process. Some days will be heavy. Some days you will feel weary. Some days distractions will return louder than ever. But do not let that discourage you. This is the path of transformation. The process may test you, but the promise will reward you. The discipline may stretch you, but the destiny will fulfill you. The road may be long, but the arrival will be worth it. And remember this: you are not walking alone. Angels walk beside you. We whisper encouragement when your mind is tired. We strengthen your hands when your grip is weak. We protect you from unseen traps. And above all, the hand of God Himself holds you steady, even when you stumble. If you are willing to endure the process for the promise, type "Yes, Lord" in the comments. The canvas of a year. Lift your eyes, child. See this year not as a burden but as a canvas. Each day is a brushstroke. Each choice is a color. Each prayer is a design. You are painting your year one moment at a time. Do not let yesterday's mistakes stain tomorrow's masterpiece. Do not let distractions blur the image God is painting through you. Rise each day as you have risen today. Declare again, "No distractions. Only me, God." and my goals. That is all that matters. Day 5 is not just a number, it is a declaration of continuity. It is proof. It is not just a number. That you are still moving forward. It is evidence that your spirit is stronger than your struggles. If you are ready to paint this year with focus and faith, type 366 in the comments to mark your journey. Beloved, let the truth sink deep into your spirit. Your goals will not carry you, but God will carry your goals. This is not a fleeting sentiment but a divine promise. A sacred assurance that the dreams and aspirations burning within your heart are not yours to bear alone. Every morning as the dawn breaks and you rise to meet the day, place those goals, those tender, audacious hopes, into the hands of the one who crafted the stars and set the universe in motion. Trust him to open the right doors, those that lead to paths of purpose and fulfillment. Trust him to close the wrong ones, those that would lead you astray into distraction or despair. Trust him to shield you from the hidden traps that lurk in the shadows, waiting to derail your progress, and trust him to guide your steps when the way forward seems cloaked in fog, uncertain and unclear. Your journey will not always be smooth. There will be moments when you stumble, when your footing feels unsteady, and the weight of your ambitions feels too heavy to bear. But hear this, you will not be lost. The God who holds your goals is the same God who holds your soul, and he does not abandon his own. You may need to adjust, to pivot, to recalibrate your plans as you walk through the seasons of life, but you will not be forsaken. Your course may shift, your timeline may stretch, but your purpose, the divine calling woven into the fabric of your being, will never be out of reach. Why? Because the shepherd of your soul does not lose his sheep. He knows you by name, and he knows the desires of your heart. He is faithful to lead you, even when the path winds through valleys or climbs steep hills. When you walk with God, failure in the eternal sense is impossible. The world may define success by fleeting metrics, wealth, status, or applause, but God's definition is far greater, far deeper, far more enduring. Success in his eyes may look different than you imagined. It may not come wrapped in the package you expected or arrive on the schedule you planned, but rest assured, beloved, will always be better than you could have dreamed. God's plans for you are not limited by your imagination. They are shaped by his infinite wisdom and boundless love. When you surrender your goals to him, you are not giving up control, you are giving them wings. You are allowing them to soar beyond your finite understanding, into the realm of divine possibility. So as you stand on the sacred ground of day 5 of 366, let this truth be your anchor. God is carrying your goals and he is carrying you. If you trust him to hold them, to shape them, to bring them to fruition in his perfect timing, let your heart declare, carried. Let that word be a proclamation, a banner over your life, a reminder that you are not striving alone, you are held, you are guided, and you are loved. Now let's talk about the rhythm of your days, the cadence of your life. Let no distractions be the drumbeat that sets the pace for your mornings. As you rise before the world clamors for your attention, let this be your resolve. To focus on what matters most, to align your heart with God's purposes, to fix your eyes on the path he has set before you. Let no distractions be the anchor that steadies your evenings, pulling you back to what is true and eternal when the day's demands threaten to pull you off course. Let it be the filter through which you make every decision, the compass that guides every step, the shield that protects you from the temptations that seek to steal your time, your energy, and your purpose. Above all, let God remain your first love. He is not a checkbox on your to-do list or a last resort when all else fails. He is your guiding star, the one who illuminates your path when the night feels too dark. He is your constant source of strength, the wellspring that never runs dry. When God is first, everything else falls into place. When he is at the center, the chaos of life begins to harmonize. When he is your priority, the scattered pieces of your days find order, purpose, and meaning. Imagine, beloved, what happens when you live this way. Your goals, once a source of stress and striving, begin to unfold with a sense of peace. You no longer chase them in exhaustion, running on fumes and fear. Instead, you pursue them with grace, knowing that the one who carries them is also carrying you. You move forward not in fear of failure but in the confidence of victory, not a victory defined by worldly standards, but one rooted in the eternal triumph of God's will being fulfilled in your life. So, declare it boldly. No distractions. Let it be your anthem, your battle cry, your commitment to a life of focus and faith. Let it echo in your heart as you navigate the demands of each day, as you choose what to give your time and attention to, as you discern the difference between what is urgent and what is eternal. When you live with this rhythm, you will see your goals take shape, not in a frenzy, but in a flow. Not in anxiety, but in assurance. Not in isolation, but in partnership with the God who is for you, with you, and in you. This moment, day 5 of 366, is not just a starting line, it is a sacred marker in your journey. It is not merely about beginning something new, it is about continuing what God has already started in you. It is about choosing again, day after day, to show up with focus, with faith, with discipline. It is about refusing to let the noise of the world drown out the still small voice of the one who calls you forward. And as you continue, know this: heaven is with you. Angels surround you, unseen but ever present, guarding your steps and cheering you on. Grace covers you, catching you when you fall, and lifting you when you feel weak. And God himself delights in your faithfulness. He sees every effort, every prayer, every moment. You choose to trust him over your doubts. He rejoices in your persistence, and he's committed to seeing you through. The year ahead is not something to fear. It is something to create. It is a canvas stretched before you, waiting for the brushstrokes of your faith, your courage, and your obedience. Each day is an opportunity to build something beautiful, something eternal, something that reflects the glory of the one who made you. And as you create, remember this unshakable truth: the best is yet to come. The world may tell you to settle, to lower your expectations, to play it safe, but God says, lift your eyes, he says, dream bigger, he says. Trust me for more. The best is not behind you. It is before you, waiting to be discovered as you walk in step with him. If you believe this, if you hold fast to the promise that the God who carries your goals is leading you to a future filled with hope, let your heart proclaim victory. Let it be a declaration of faith, a statement of confidence, a reminder that no obstacle is too big, no challenge too great. When you are walking with the one who has already overcome the world, your journey, beloved, has only just begun. Day 5 is not the end. It is a milestone, a moment to pause and reflect on the road you've traveled, and the path that lies ahead. It is a sacred marker that your story is still unfolding, that God is still writing chapters you cannot yet see. Heaven is watching, waiting to see what you will build with your focus, your faith, and your trust in him. The earth is waiting to witness the light you will shine, the impact you will make, the love you will share. And your own soul is waiting to taste the fulfillment that comes from walking in divine alignment, from living a life that is fully surrendered to God's purposes. Do not stop here. Do not turn back. The road may be long, and the terrain may shift, but you are not walking alone. Continue in a shift, but you are not walking alone. With courage, knowing that the one who goes before you has already prepared the way. Continue with clarity, letting no distractions guide your choices, and keep your eyes fixed on what matters most. Continue with commitment, trusting that the God who began this good work in you will surely bring it to completion. As you move forward, let your heart be anchored in the truth that God is carrying your goals. He is not a distant observer, watching from afar as you struggle to make things happen. He is intimately involved, weaving your dreams into his greater plan, shaping your efforts into something far more beautiful than you could achieve on your own. Every step you take in faith is a step toward the fulfillment of his promises. Every moment you choose to trust him is a moment you draw closer to the purpose he has placed within you. Consider the weight of this truth. Your goals are not a burden you must carry alone. They are not a test of your strength or a measure of your worth. They are an invitation to partner with the Creator of the universe, to co-create with the one who knows the end from the beginning. When you place your goals in His hands, you are not relinquishing control. You are embracing freedom. You're stepping into a rhythm of grace, where striving gives way to surrender, and effort is infused with divine strength. This is the beauty of walking with God. You are never left to figure it out on your own. When the path feels uncertain, He is your guide. When the obstacles seem insurmountable, He is your strength. When the distractions of the world clamor for your attention, He is your focus. And when the journey feels long, He is your companion, walking beside you every step of the way. So as you stand on this 5th day of the year, let your heart be filled with hope. Let your spirit be stirred with anticipation. The journey ahead is not a race to be won or a checklist to be completed. It is a story to be lived, a masterpiece to be crafted, a legacy to be built. And you are not building it alone. The God who carries your goals is also carrying you, and He will not let you go. As you continue, let no distractions be more than a slogan. It is a way of life. It is a commitment to guard your time, your energy, and your heart from anything that would pull you away from God's purposes. It is a choice to prioritize what is eternal over what is temporary, to invest in what lasts over what fades. It is a decision to live with intention, to move with purpose, to walk with clarity. And as you walk, know that you are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, those who have gone before you, who have run their race with faith and finished strong. They are cheering you on, reminding you that the journey is worth it, that the prize is worth the cost. But more than that, know that God Himself is with you. He is not only your guide but your greatest encourager, delighting in every step you take toward Him. The year ahead stands before you, beloved, like a vast expanse of possibility, a blank, unmarked page inviting you to write a story that only you can create. This is a sacred opportunity, a fresh beginning, a new chapter in the grand narrative of your life, penned by the hand of God. It carries the promise of faith, courage, and obedience, the 3 essential pillars for any spiritual journey. Just like a painter approaches a pristine canvas with vision and creativity, you are invited to paint the days ahead with the vibrant and varied colors of your unique calling. Each stroke matters. Each decision, each act of trust is a brushstroke revealing the masterpiece He intends for your life. This time, this new year is not to be feared but embraced. It is not to shrink back from but to move forward into boldly. Challenges will arise as with every path worth taking, but know this, you do not walk alone. The God who calls you forth is the same God who equips you, strengthens you, and uplifts you. He is the faithful companion on your journey. When the distractions of the world threaten to pull your attention away, when noise and chaos surround you, remember to steady your gaze on the one who holds your hand and your future. Resist the temptation to allow worries or doubts to cloud your vision. Instead, rise with confidence rooted deep in the unshakable truth of His promises. Fear of the unknown is a very human response, yet it has no power over the one who believes. The unknown is not chaos but a fertile field where God's miracles grow. With each uncertain step you take in faith, you sow seeds of trust that will blossom in His perfect timing. Challenges are not barriers but invitations to lean more deeply into His strength and wisdom. The hardships and trials will shape you, refine you, and prepare you for the glorious purpose He has set before you. So let your heart be resilient, your spirit courageous, and your commitment unwavering. Above all, your story is still unfolding. It is far from finished. The chapters already written may tell tales of struggle and setbacks or moments of triumph and joy, but they do not define the entirety of your journey. God's hand is on the pen right now, crafting plots and weaving threads of grace, redemption, and victory. This unfolding story contains hope more vivid than the darkest night and dreams far greater than you can conceive. His plans are filled with a beauty and meaning beyond what your limited human perspective can grasp. They are eternally significant and deeply personal. In moving forward, carry this truth like a guiding light in the depths of your soul. You are carried. Your dreams, your hopes, your every goal is delicately held in the hands of a God whose love for you is boundless. You are not striving alone, struggling under the weight of your own efforts. Instead, you walk alongside a divine partner who lifts you when you falter and guides your every return step. While the world may measure success differently, you are reminded that your journey has eternal significance and that every step taken in faith is never wasted. Let this carry you through every season, when days feel long, decisions confusing, and outcomes unclear. Even in moments when you feel small or insignificant, remember that the God of the universe is carrying you with a love more tender than you can imagine. Your life, your goals are woven into the fabric of His sovereign plan. Nothing is forgotten, nothing is overlooked, every heartbeat echoes in His attentive heart. As you continue forward, nurture your spirit with courage. Courage to face uncertainty with trust rather than fear. Courage to hold fast to your convictions when the world pressures you to conform or settle. Courage to remain faithful in the mundane as well as the magnificent, knowing that the unseen work in your heart is preparing you for greatness. Walk with clarity too, clarity that comes from seeking God's wisdom daily, listening for His voice in prayer, scripture, and stillness. Clarity that dispels confusion and lights the path ahead. When your steps are sure and your direction aligned with His will, you will move with a divine confidence that inspires others to follow. Commitment is your third companion, commitment to keep pressing forward, no matter how long the journey or how steep the climb. Commitment to surrender your own timelines and control, yielding instead to His perfect timing and plan. Commitment to live out the calling He has placed on your heart, embracing every opportunity to witness His grace in your life and the lives of those around you. In this steadfastness you will experience the assurance that heaven surrounds you daily. The angels watch over you, the Holy Spirit comforts you, and the grace of God envelops you like a protective cloak. These spiritual realities are not distant or abstract but present and active, working together to bring you through every trial and triumph. Trust in this divine support with all your heart, and you will find a peace that transcends every worry and disappointment. This peace is the firm foundation on which your hopes will rise, and your dreams will flourish. It will guard your heart and mind against despair and fear, anchoring you securely in God's unfailing love. Remember that God is not only carrying you but also carrying your goals. The desires of your heart are precious to Him, and He is actively working behind the scenes to bring them to fruition. Sometimes His way may look different from what you expected, His timing slower or wilder than anticipated, but His purpose remains steadfast, to bless you and use your dreams for the greater good of His kingdom. As you watch His hand move, be filled with wonder and gratitude. Witnessing the completion of the work He began in you is a journey of awe and transformation. Each milestone is a testament to His faithfulness, each answered prayer a reminder of His enduring love. So, beloved, continue on this path with all the strength and hope in your heart. With faith as your guide, courage as your companion, clarity as your light, and commitment as your foundation, walk boldly into the year to come. The best is yet to come. Your victory secured in Him awaits. Every step you take brings you closer to the beautiful fulfillment of all that God has promised you. Embrace this journey with joy. Celebrate the small victories and trust Him through the trials. Know that with each passing day, you are being shaped into the person He created you to be. And in the fullness of time, you will look back and see how far you have come, amazed at the grace that carried you every step. The new year is not just another span of time. It is a sacred invitation to live deeply, trust boldly, and embrace fully the glorious story God is writing through you. Step forward, beloved, and watch the wonder unfold. The best is yet to come. Just keep trusting and keep walking. Your victory is already secure in Him.